Director tonight of the opening night film Lovers Discourse. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm just really excited to be back.
One of the benefits of working the red carpet, I did get to see a sneak peek, and the film is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, thank you.
It really is. One of my favorite things about the film is just the use of silence and little things like shoes on a platform. When you are creating a film, do you find that that stuff comes to you sort of when you are writing, or it's something that on the day you see the image?
It definitely comes when we're writing, because me and my partner Jimmy, when we write, we have a very strong visual imagination of how a script should be. So the visual comes to us really early in the script writing.
First. Yeah. That's lovely. So then you guys always work as a team?
I've known for a long time, and we've always worked together, so it's just like a very close working relationship.
Did you guys meet a long time ago?
Yeah,
we
met in one of my first films as continuity.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were you doing continuity?
Yeah, I was doing continuity, and he was the assistant director. So that's how we met.
Oh, really?
And then naturally we started talking about what kind of films we like.
Yeah.
And we just found that we have very similar tastes in films.
Yeah.
So that's how we were like, okay, let's try to get together to follow a script and stuff, and that we just sort of worked from there.
And so your relationship now is how old?
8 years, 9 years. 9 years, actually. Yeah.
Still getting along?
Oh yeah, definitely. Stronger, actually.
Where's Jimmy tonight?
Jimmy couldn't make it. He has work in Hong Kong. So,
So you guys then met in Hong Kong?
Yeah, we met in Hong Kong.
Great.
Yeah.
So then because your father is an actor as well, so do you feel like you were just born into the business? It was something that you had to, or you found it on your own? Or?
I always tell people that my dad doesn't really have anything to do with me entering the business. But now, actually looking at it, is just more like me trying to convince myself that he has nothing to do with it. That I'm trying to. I think it's just more me trying to prove myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's just like I think
your corner of the shop.
Yeah. Of course. But my dad being a successful actor, so I've grew up watching his films. So it definitely has a big impact on why I'm doing film now.
So when you're watching your father, I mean. Do you feel like you can watch him objectively?
See, that's the thing. When I was young, when I was watching his films, I used to hate his acting. Not because it's not good. It's just the roles that he plays. No, that's the role that he plays. It's always plays the quirky little guy that get pushed around. So for me, being a son, watching that is just like a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But now, like, I totally understand. It's just just act part of the job, right? You're just acting. So, and he does a lot of better roles now. So yeah.
Does he encourage your writing in certain directions? Do you see him sort of pushing? Because he's got a little cameo in this one, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. But that's because I just wanted him to be part of my first film. So that's why I asked him, I begged him, come and help me for my first film. He didn't really.
Please, Dad?
Yeah, of course. And then he was very nice about it. He came, he was really good.
Tell me a little bit about your experience, because you've got some history in Toronto. Yeah. And did it have a little part in this Lovers Discourse film?
Well, I grew up in Canada, so a lot of all of my cinema knowledge came from being in cinemas in Canada. And actually Toronto has a big part of it, because back in the days when I was studying in Toronto, I was always at the Cinematheque, because they have really good programs. So I was just constantly there, just like soaking up the great masters' work. So Toronto definitely has a big part in me growing up as a filmmaker.
Yeah. So you feel like it's got a pretty decent stamp on the film tonight.
Of
all
course.
Your experiences.
Of course. Yeah.
So do you feel like your films are always a culmination of your own experiences?
I think I think for a lot of filmmakers, it's always a bit of yourself and your friends. So it's just like a combination of everything that you've heard, you've experienced. So so for me, this film, it's personal, and it's just a combination of a lot of different love stories that have come along as I grew up, or where I learned from my friends. So it's just like a combination of everything.
What's a little summation of what you think about love?
I think one of the main themes of the film is that you can't really define what love is. Love has to be experienced, and it's only through experience that we learn a little bit of what is love. But throughout thousands of years, we've said many different things about love, but we have never came to a conclusion. So it's an ongoing issue. So for us, the only way to really talk about it is just to experience it.
Absolutely. Yeah. One word, right before your film goes on, what are you thinking? One word summation.
I hope everyone will like it.